Hello, today I'm going to explain how to list on Google Vacation Rentals. Now, I'm sure you've heard of Airbnb and VRBO, but most people don't realize there are a lot of different places to list your vacation rental property. And there is one that most people should know about, but actually don't, and that is Google Vacation Rental. But how do you list on there? Well, by the end of this video, I'm going to break it down for you exactly how to list on Google Vacation Rental so you can get maximum exposure for your property. Over the last 3 to 4 years, I've been heavily involved in the vacation rental industry. And over that time, I've had many property management companies that I've talked to that have claimed that one of the reasons they get more eyeballs and people seeing their website and getting more stays and booked vacations is because they have access to so many different sites that many people who self-manage just don't have access to. Now that piqued my interest and made me do a little bit of research. So stick with me as we dive into this topic by first detailing out what is the current economy of the vacation rental industry right now and why did it become so popular. Second, I'm going to explain how Google Vacation Rental website works. And finally, I'm going to show you exactly how to list on there so you can get maximum exposure for your property. If you're ready, let's go. So let me give you an overview of the vacation rental market right now. In 2023, the global vacation rental market was $95.4 billion. And they predict that market's going to go to $133 billion by 2028. So that is a ton of growth that's being driven mainly by the millennials that have a desire to travel more. Now understand, there are some things you need to look out for. It doesn't mean that even that growth is happening. It's not super rosy. So here are a few things you really need to look out for. Number one, you have some areas that are becoming oversaturated. Take Broken Bow, Oklahoma, for example. That area has exploded over the last 5 years with vacation rental properties. If you had one there 4 or 5 years ago, you were doing fantastic. But there's been so many that have been popping up that a lot of times people aren't getting the stays that they were hoping for, which means that there's greater competition and you have to adapt or you're gonna die. And by adapting, you have to do things to make your property really stand out, that when people are looking for vacation, because there's still that desire to vacation, that they choose yours over somebody else. The second thing that's happening is because they're seeing maybe a lull, because there's so many people vacationing and so many vacation rental properties, is a lot of owners are actually dropping their prices, feeling like doing that is going to improve their vacancy rate by just dropping the prices, which a lot of times isn't necessarily the case. The last thing you need to look out for is there's a lot of investors that are not breaking even on their properties. If they bought in the last few years with interest rates higher than they were, say, in 2020 or 2021, the need for them to get the type of income that's going to help them break even on mortgage payment and all their expenses isn't quite being met. So that's causing some people to maybe sell their properties prematurely. Now, with all that being said, it isn't all doom and gloom. The desire for people to vacation and get out there is still as great as it ever has been, and it's probably continuing to rise every single year. But if you are going to buy a vacation rental property, you really need to do your due diligence to understand the things that will help you set yours apart so you can have a thriving business. So why has the vacation rental industry become so popular over the last decade? It's definitely one of the fastest growing segments in real estate, where it provides short-term stays for people that are looking for an alternative from, say, a hotel stay. They want that experience. They want experience staying in an area where they're vacationing like a local. They don't want to be crammed in one room with 2 beds with a bathroom right next to it and a hotel room with their family. They want to be able to spread out. The children are upstairs, the parents are downstairs, or they can travel with multiple families. The experience is what they're desiring and looking for. I mean, if you just think of the last 3 vacations you went on, chances are 2 of those, if not all 3 of them, you stayed at an Airbnb or a vacation rental. Here's the other thing. The desire to vacation is not going away anytime soon. If you look around you, there are vacation podcasts, there's YouTube videos about vacationing and where to go, and there's all these places that are popping up that are becoming hotspots year after year. And I know for me and my family, whenever we travel, we always stay at an Airbnb. Just recently, this last summer, my family and I took a trip up to the northeastern part of the United States, and everywhere we went, we stayed at an Airbnb or a vacation rental property. And that's really how we prefer to choose, and I think most families fall under that same boat. Another reason they are so popular is because vacation rental properties are moneymakers. If you look at a short-term stay versus a long-term stay, I know long-term stays can be very consistent, But there are months in peak season, if you have a short-term rental or vacation rental property, where you're gonna receive a ton of money. Just to put in perspective, I used to have some apartment buildings that maybe like 20 years ago I owned. And I remember thinking we had revenue come in 1 month of $25,000. And I was ecstatic, thought that was phenomenal. But the best month I've had in one of our properties close to Yellowstone National Park in 1 month brought in $38,000 during one of the summer months. Now that should tell you that there's some excitement around short-term rentals, because when it is prime season, and if you can find a property that is in a prime location that doesn't have much of a downtime, those months are gonna be fantastic. So the reason they're so popular, being number one, they provide an experience, but also they really can be money makers. And just to put that in perspective, we bought a property in Blue Ridge, Georgia, which is an awesome place. It's a getaway from people that are in Atlanta. It receives quite a bit of traffic, but we bought that property for just over $500,000 in the first year, the first 12 months, and we did just over $80,000 gross in vacation rental revenue that came from that property. That is a pretty good return on a $500,000 investment. Think about it this way. If somebody were to come to you and say, listen, I've got an investment that if you give me $500,000 every single year, I will give you $25,000 to $30,000. Would you do that? Absolutely you would. That'd be a fantastic investment, and that's what some of these vacation rental properties can be. All right, now let's dive into how do you list it on Google Vacation Rental, and what does that even mean? So this is a tool and a website that directly connects you with potential vacationers. And the cool thing about it is you're not even charged a fee. So this is how it works. If you go to a Google website, if you just go to google.com and you type in accommodations in Blue Ridge or vacation rental in Orlando, in addition to the typical results that you'll see, there will be a widget that will pop up, and it will show vacation rental properties that match your criteria when you're looking to stay and where you're looking to stay. Now, when you click on these properties, it will take you to their website and more information, and you click on that website and you'll be able to book direct. Now, obviously, an important aspect of Google Vacation Rental website is that you have to have your own website. Now, we own a vacation rental property in Orlando, Florida. We did this exact same thing. We bought a domain where we host our vacation rental property and people can book direct there. It's dynamitevilla.com. And the theme of the property, just because we're in that Orlando area there, close to Disney, is Jurassic Park themed. So Dynamite Villa was the website we decided to have. So in order to list on Google Vacation Rental, you have to have your own URL and own website so they can book direct. So now that you know how that works and how it pops up, what are some of the benefits of utilizing Google Vacation Rental? Number one, you're gonna have more exposure. Listing on Google, obviously that is the #1 search engine in the world. When you have your property listed there, you're gonna get more eyes on it. Number two, because people are searching for that area and where to stay, you're gonna have a very targeted audience. You are connecting with people that are looking to book and plan a trip right then and there. Because a lot of times in that scenario, people might be looking for things to do or places to stay, and if you have it pop up right in front of their eyes at the moment they're thinking about it, the chances of them booking something immediately go up significantly. Obviously, one of the biggest benefits of listing on Google Vacation Rental is commission-free bookings. Now, when you list on Airbnb or Vrbo, they're gonna charge you, obviously, a percentage for people booking through the website, which is understandable. However, with Google Vacation Rental, it's 100% free. One other thing that will happen when you list on Google Vacation Rental is you're gonna build trust in your brand. When people see your property on Google, they automatically trust that. And because your website is on there and people can go there, then go to your website, you will have brand recognition for that property. And finally, you're gonna have improved guest experience. If they can book direct, pay directly through you, and communicate directly through you, the overall chance of them having a better experience significantly goes up. So obviously, I'm a huge fan of vacation rentals and short-term rentals, and I really believe they can help you reach your financial goals in real estate. And even if it's becoming more competitive, the desire to travel is still there. So I've actually put together a video that details out my exact strategies when it comes to vacation rental properties and Airbnbs. It's on this video below. If you click on that video, it'll go into great detail how you make money and how you find properties with my strategy when it comes to Airbnbs, vacation rental properties, and short-term rentals. This information truly will guide you on everything you need to know about Airbnb. So the link is right here. Just click on that. That will take you to that video.